appreciate our cooperation with the European Commission. You know that this winter is an outstanding in the Ukrainian history. This is the first winter when we didn't purchase any single cubic meter of natural gas from the Russian Federation. And I do believe that this is the result of our joint cooperation. Ukraine became much more energy independent, and we need to undertake further steps in order to improve Ukrainian gas and electricity sector. Tomorrow we expect that the Cabinet is to pass a draft bill on new electricity regulations, and this bill is entirely to meet all EU standards and all EU regulations. So the bill is largely expected by the Ukrainian business community, and this is the way how to bring investors into Ukrainian electricity sector to make it more competitive. So our agenda is really comprehensive and outstanding, and we need to cooperate further in making European energy sector much more both reliable, stronger, and independent. And let me once again reiterate my message on Nord Stream 2. We believe that this is an entirely and purely political project, and we ask the European Commission to support the European Union and Ukraine in making gas sector in Europe more durable, more efficient, and less dependent on the Russian Federation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister, for the opportunity to meet you, and I also would like to thank for the kind invitation to what I saw was very well attended conference on energy reforms and energy sector, and I agree with you that a lot has already happened, and I was very positive about it in the gas sector, and I was pleading for the momentum exactly in the area you just highlighted, that the electricity sector, but it's a good opportunity to discuss some other areas where we believe that your push for the reforms would bring very tangible results very quickly, and I'm very happy that we have these opportunities to exchange the views on all of these topics.
Yeah. In any case, on the electricity sector, I want to make it very clear that the best way for Ukraine and for the European Union is to synchronize Ukrainian electricity sector with the European one. Because there are a number of ideas hovering around to build up this, how you call this, like a checkpoints between Ukrainian electricity sector and the European one, which is an outdated Russian idea, which I strongly oppose.
So these shifters or something?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it seems that we need together to craft the plan how in the most speedy way to make Ukrainian electricity sector an integral part of the European one.
Because there, I just can debrief you about the experience we gathered with the Baltic states. It's of course quite complex project. So there, I think what was needed at the beginning was to have a clear political decisions that these three countries want to go in that direction, and then, of course, to make the planning, modeling, cost estimation, which is currently being done by the Joint Research Center, which is our Commission's internal research body, where 3,000 scientists is working, and they are currently modeling three different options, what it would be and what would be required from the technical side, and how much would it cost to link with continental Europe systems. What would be the cost if they would be linked with Nordic, Scandinavian countries, or what it would mean if they would be just like self-standing entity of the three Baltic countries. And we promised them results preliminary by the summer, and then of course final decision in the autumn, and they would like to see as a deadline when they want to desynchronize by 2025, because it's rather complex issue. So maybe we can, with your team, to show them how we approach it, because it's rather complex technically, and it represents quite important costs of all this, have to be properly assessed, evaluated how this could be done.
Well, you're absolutely right saying that this depends on the political will. So I have the political will to make Ukraine as a part of big Europe. Both economically, and if we say that Ukraine signed DCFTA and Ukraine is to be an integral part of big economic space of the European Union, so it clearly envisages that energy sector is to be an integral part too. So all these shifts proposed by Russians, I would shift them to the Ukrainian-Russian border. Thanks. Thanks for the media.